Hey everyone, earlier this year I said,
so one of my goals this year is to get better at 4x4 so I can get less than a minute 15. Don't know what the magic is.
and so I've been trying to practice my 4x4 and my 4x4. This is the Moyu Aosu and this is the Solar Daingsheng Solar 4x4, which you can see the review here or here, one of these places. There'll be a link to the review for these ones. This week I'm committing to putting my 3x3s away. I'm going to open this one and I'm just going to use this for a week. I'm going to film myself every day this week. I'm going to see how I'm going to go for my times and we'll see how we go. So my goal for nationals is to get a decent time, and for me a decent time might be under like 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half. I'd be really happy if I could smash a minute and a half. If I got less than a minute 15, which is the cutoff time for continuing on for 5 sols, I'll be super happy. So let's go and open the VIN 4x4x4, the new one. Okay, here we go. This is the VIN 4x4. A lot of people are saying this is like the MGC 4x4, which I have here. And I'm going to compare this one to my MGC 4x4. This is the Moyu RS4M 4x4. This is the X-Man 4x4. I think it's called... I'll get back to you on what that one's called. This is the Daingsheng Solar 4x4 with the black internals, and this is my main, which is the Moyu Aosu 4x4. I also have the Moyu Meilong 4x4, which I only bought because it came with the robot, and I never actually use this one. It just sits on my desk to look cool. So let's go ahead and open this one. Move you out of the way. No, you stay there. You can watch the unboxing when I got this from VINCUBE in the video here. Cool. Let's open this up. Nice color. Pop. That was a nice sound. Ooh. Okay. That's a nice inside there. I think that's going to be it. Nice to see it's cardboard and not plastic. So it's a nice experience to unbox it. It's got a very nice color scheme to it. It's a shame that's not the red of the... Oh, it is the red of it. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Let's have a look at the accessories. We get VINCUBE instructions on how to solve a 4x4 in English and in Chinese. Be really interesting to see what kind of method they use for that. I think I probably just say get to 3x3 and then you're good to go. Talks about lubing, which is nice, and it looks like it's a screw only internal mechanism, which is what that is for. That's nice. Well, you can put on your keyring if you ever need to adjust your cube in the middle of coming home one day. It's a nice 4x4 bag. That's really nice. They've made it so that you can put the cube in and it kind of fits it with a square bottom. So that's a nice thought. I never actually use the bags because the fluff gets in too much. All right, let's open this up. That was easy. I don't know much about this. This looks like, I forgot to check if this is the UV one or the regular one. Kind of shiny like a UV one. It feels kind of smooth like a UV one. Just the screws for adjustment, I think. Yes, just the screws. Nice logo. VIN, NIN, like a Dr. Seuss book. So I'm going to have a quick turn of the MGC just to remind myself what that's like. This never felt great to me. I don't know. I took it apart, cleaned out all the lube, cleaned all the pieces, put it back together. It's just never felt really smooth to me. Whereas the Moyu Aosu, there's something about the plastic that makes it super fast. The X-Man 4x4 came out quite a while ago, and it was the first one to use the new X-Man logo before the Tornado came out, version 2, version 3, and 5x5 Hong. So I'm curious to see if they come out with a new 4x4. The RS4M I would not use in a competition, but it feels great. The actual plastic surface itself, it's got more of a rounded edges, actually feels really good. The magnets are super weak though. So going back to the MGC, the outside magnets are okay. The internal ones feel a little bit stronger. So let's try first turns on this one. Okay, this is nice and fast. It's fast like the Moyu Alsu is. The internals look really different. What? Oh, maybe they're the same. That outer magnet strength is not very strong at all. The inner magnet strength is super strong. It's quite strong. It's very grippy. But that doesn't feel very grippy at all. I'm catching a bit on that. Okay, interesting. Nice and fast. Actually, that's a nice sensation there. Good corner cutting. How's the corner cutting there? Kind of okay. Kind of not there. Compared to the Alsu. This basically has very little corner cutting. The edges feel quite rounded compared to some of the others. The X-Man's quite a sharp feeling. They're quite tight and close in here. You can see there's not a lot of gaps there. This one looks a little bit more open, a little bit more curved. I think I'm going to have to tighten this up a little bit though. It does feel quite loose compared to what I like. So what we're going to do from here, I'm going to do a bunch of solves, and I'm going to do solves every day. I'm going to commit to doing about an hour of 4x4 solves every day. And at the moment my time's around about 2 to 2.5 minutes. And then we'll see how we go. I'll film some, I won't film some. Obviously the ones where I get really, really good times, I'm not going to get on the camera at all.
Soon after.
My commitment is going to be to spend an hour every day practicing the 4x4 for the next 7 days. And I will take screenshots and some video just to show how I improve and if I improve. My goal is to get under 2 minutes. My goal would be great if I could do it under a minute 15 or a minute 30 or so, which is quite often the cutoff time. But my goal is just to do a lot better than I'm doing now. So no 3x3, no 2x2, nothing else, just 4x4 for the next 7 days. Let's go.
1 week later.
And we can see the countdown now while inspection is going. We're clearly looking for some yellow and white squares and matching them up to determine how we're going to start the solve. And we're off. And we can clearly see the white squares are being matched first using the Yao method. The white and yellow centers are being formed, which are now done. The next step is to follow the edge pieces for white and start pairing those up. You can see the red being formed now. We've got green done, red's been slotted in. Searching, searching, searching. As you can see, there's a lot of struggle here with this solve to try and find pairs, and another pair's been matched. The next step is to start forming the centers. The blue center, the orange center, then the green center, and then the blue center of just the left-hand slice. And then to rotate around and start matching up the other half centers by sliding pieces in and out. This keeps the white and the yellow well formed, and now we're forming the last white pair, and we have the cross on the bottom. Yes, racing ahead here, and we've hit the 1 minute mark. This surely will be a record time. Moving on, we can see we're now doing the edge pairing, the 3-2-3 edge pairing. Slotting some of the pieces in and out, matching back up, and it looks like we only have a few edges left to go. A edge twisting algorithm, and I think we're done. We've slot the first edge in for the 3x3 solve. Moving on to the orange, blue, red, triple sexy, blue and red's now being slotted in, and I think we only have one last edge to go. Almost had a blockage there. And it's nowhere else skip. that's a nice start to the sole for the final stage. In for the final part of the PLL, we have some PLL parity. Oh, almost another blockage there and a piece coming out. And we're done at a minute 53. Fantastic.
Epilogue.
Oops.